we were outplayed today. Hats off to Liberty for coming in here and being able to run the ball like they were and do what they did on the offensive side of the football. We've got to get back to the drawing board. I've got to do a better job getting our defense tackling and getting back to the way we were tackling before this game. And got it off on offense. When you get in games like this and they're scoring as much as they are, you can't miss a possession. You can't have a punt, and you can't settle for field goals. You've got to go down and be able to score touchdowns. On the offensive side, we were unable to do that. And again, I've got to do a better job with it.
They were 13 for 21 on third and fourth down conversions. Just how frustrating was that, not having the defense be able to get off the field and give your offense some more possessions?
We had 43 plays as an offense. We're trying to run about 90 to 100 and something plays a game. We had 43 plays. They had 43 minutes of time of possession. We had 16. We had 3 possessions in the first half for 2 touchdowns. So I mean, it's very difficult when your defense is out there the whole time and can't get off the field.
Coach, how nice was it to get Donovan back today and the big play in the first thing? Was that part of the strategy, get him the ball?
Well, I mean, Donovan is one of the best receivers in our conference, so he's a very good player. We wanted to get him the ball when we could, and it was good to get him back in, but I'd much rather have a victory.
Offensively, you struggled to run the ball. I think you had 11 yards rushing overall. You were able to
ran the ball 14 times. We weren't really. I mean, it wasn't. It got to a point where we didn't have any possessions, and we had to manufacture and move the ball, try to move the ball, and so we had to do that by throwing. Where there was no effort to really run the ball because we got down and we had to fight back, and it was just when you only run 43 plays. Our skill is our deepest positions are in the perimeter. So we try to get them the football. We'd love to be able to run the ball, but you can't only have 14 rushes in a game. And you get in a position where you're down and you're trying to fight back, so you're throwing the football. And so it wasn't the fact that we couldn't run the balls, we didn't have the opportunity to run the football.
Do you feel like you've matched up athletically with a Liberty or a Charlotte or in those type teams?
Yes, I do.
States?
Yes, I believe we'll match up with people in our conference, and we match up with those teams. I mean, there's no difference between the top teams in FCS and some of the teams in FBS. I mean, it's just a matter of scholarships. But they're a good football team. We're a good football team. They played better than we did today, and again, that's my fault. I'll take responsibility for it.
Coach, you talk about the penalties as well, because you seem like you had a good drive going in the third quarter, and just seemed like the backup with about 3 straight penalties there.
Yeah, the very inopportune time to have. I mean, we got an 8-point game, and all week long we were working on a middle return with a block with it, and we haven't blocked. Had it drawn up perfectly and come around, and we over jump the ball. We go up rather than down to the foot, and the ball goes underneath the guy, and we run into him and get a 15-yard penalty when we're getting the ball back. And that changes. That changes everything. So, again, obviously I've got to do a better job in getting guys doing exactly what we want done, and continue to work with it.
Also, Coach, with Appalachian State coming up next week, how big is it to keep the guys' confidence, pretty much on a positive note right now?
I don't know how much positive you can get out of losing this game. I mean, I look for the positives in everything, so we'll work to keep them going. We've got resilient kids. They'll bounce back and they'll come to play. I mean, our kids don't quit. They won't do that. They'll stick together. They're a good group of kids. We just got to be able to do this when the time comes in the pressure situation. All 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams have to play together to win the game. And somehow I haven't figured out how to put it. All of them, all 3 phases playing great for all 4 quarters.
Given the kind of bad tackling today, will there be any wrinkles or shakeups in next week's Appalachian State game?
I've got to see the film and see what where we just missing tackles, where guys in the wrong gaps, where what I mean. You've got to be able to make plays on the ball when you're in the air, and you got to be able to tackle guys, and we weren't able to do that today.
Coach, you talked about the defensive effort in light of the fact they've been playing well, but they were on the field 3/4 of the game today.
Right. I mean, They were on the field for 43 minutes, and we were on the field for 16. 16-27, they were 43-33. It's too much. I mean, that offense ran 82 plays. We ran 43. They doubled us up in the number of plays. They doubled us up. So, you know, you've got to be able to get off the field on third downs. You can't give up 3rd and 15s and 3rd and 10s and, you know, 3rd and 3s for first downs. You've got to find a way to get off the field. I don't even remember did they punt the ball? They punted the ball one time. I don't even remember the kid's number. He was out there so few times. Again, I have to do the better job. So I'll make sure that we work on everything and you know, get these guys going for next week, or, you know, it's a conference. We're 1-0 in the conference, so we've got to be able to come to play.
Given a loss like this, how long do you go over the tape from this one, or is it just kind of the proverbial on to the next week already?
No, we'll go over the tape. There's a lot of teaching. We're still teaching guys. They're still young guys. You know, they're not an older, experienced team. So there'll be a lot to learn from this game and work on and get better, because obviously, you know, other teams will see this and probably do a lot of the similar things. So we've got to work on everything. But we will watch the tape thoroughly in all phases. And that means every phase.
Anything else for Coach?
Just a little bit about Nick. I mean, he threw some really nice deep balls early in the game, and he never gave up.
Giving up is not an option for our football team. Our kids don't even think about ever giving up. So they'll never give up. It's just, he always throws some good balls. His best balls are his deep balls. We all know that. So that's one of the reasons why we throw it deep all the time. You know, or a lot of the time. You know, and I can't say enough about Nick. Nick goes out there and tries to lead and get guys going, you know, and does things. But at some point we have to play together for 4 quarters in all 3 phases of the game. And you can't put it on one guy. You can't put it on Nick Arbuckle to carry the team. You can't put it on Donovan Harden to carry the team, or Joe Peterson, or whoever. You've got to be able to play together. And when you need a stop, get a stop. When you need a touchdown, instead of a field goal, get a touchdown.